Hi guys, Aaron Dorr here with the Missouri Firearms Coalition. You've been watching our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, or your email inbox for the last couple of weeks. You know, we've been flooding Missourians with information on the upcoming August primary, highlighting dozens of state house and state senate races and telling you guys which candidate's pro-gun, which one's anti-gun, which one just won't say, giving you guys the facts you need to decide in the upcoming legislative primaries here in Missouri. This video is a lot different. We're discussing the gubernatorial primary taking place in August. And I'm going to tell you right now, we have had a lot of very powerful people reach out to us and encourage us to not produce this video. There's an awful lot of people that do not want us to remind you of just how weak, how sad Mike Parson has been when it comes to our gun rights. They use all kinds of excuses. Well, we'll accomplish more things next session. Well, that's never happened. Or the rest of the candidates aren't viable. Well, we'll wait to see. Or, fill in the blank. Lots of excuses. But this organization does not exist to protect or placate personalities in Jeff City. We exist to expose gun grabbers, shine the light on what these guys oftentimes are trying to hide, and give you guys the information you need at election time to make informed decisions. So we're going to cut this video, and we don't care who it offends. So we have 4 candidates vying for your attention in this Republican primary, gubernatorial primary. Raleigh Ritter, Jim Neely, Sondra McDowell, and Governor Mike Parson. 4 candidates. Now, all 4 candidates have been sent the Missouri Firearms Coalition candidate questionnaire. It's the same, simple to answer, 9-question survey they all received, and it asks them the big issues of the day. If you were governor, would you sign or would you veto red flag gun seizures? Would you sign or veto a ban on the AR-15? Would you sign or veto a repeal of Missouri's constitutional carry law? Would you sign or veto legislation that would repeal our stand your ground law? It's very simple, and you can see the questions on our website right now. And I'm pleased to announce to you that 3 of these 4 candidates have surveyed 100%. Sondra McDowell was the first. She did so the same day she received our survey, 100%. She opposes red flags. She opposes the AR-15 ban. She opposes Michael Bloomberg's universal background check concept. She opposes waiting periods, and she supports our stand your ground and constitutional carry law. Sondra, again, surveyed immediately and was very quick to pledge her support for our Second Amendment rights. We have the same survey from Jim Neely, Representative Jim Neely, been in Jeff City for 8 years. He's termed out this year, surveyed 100%, same as Sondra McDowell, and he voted for these pro-gun bills in 2016 that made Missouri a constitutional carry and stand your ground law state. Now, in fairness to Raleigh Ritter, he has the exact same survey, and I simply don't have enough space on my whiteboard, so I said ditto. So I'm not trying to slight his survey, but Raleigh Ritter has a 100% survey as well, pledged support for gun rights across the board, and we're happy to acknowledge that. But that leaves us with a real problem, because we've got 3 candidates here who've surveyed 100%, and then we have one over here who happens to be our governor, Mike Parson, who has refused to sign his candidate survey. Now, in the Midwest, it's easy to give people the benefit of the doubt. And maybe you're thinking to yourself, wow, the governor's a busy guy. We got COVID-19, we got this, we got that. No, he's not that busy. He has staff that deals with these candidate surveys because they come in from lots of organizations. Mike Parson has intentionally decided to refuse to sign the Missouri Firearms Coalition candidate questionnaire. But it's not just that he won't sign it. Everybody remembers here in Missouri what happened late last year. And if you forgot, I have the news article here to remind you. Right around December 1st of last year, Governor Parson, in his effort to placate the mayors in St. Louis, Kansas City, Columbia, all these bigger liberal Democrat-held cities, announced at this big press conference that he was okay with increasing gun control in the upcoming legislative session, which was in 2020. He specifically talked about his support for red flag gun seizures. And it went on and on and on. And so if you've missed this article, you can see we're not making it up. You can find it on November 25, 2019. Based on this press conference, based on this meeting, MOFC went to war exposing Governor Parson for his comments in support of red flag gun seizures. You guys flooded his Capitol office staff with phone calls and emails telling him to retract his ridiculous statements. And he actually kind of did, in a way, during his speech the opening week of session in Jeff City. But when the pressure mounted, when the pressure came from the liberal mayors of the 4 biggest cities here in Missouri, Mike Parson came out and said he's willing to back increasing measures of gun control, specifically a red flag gun seizure. The only reason why he retracted was because of all the pressure from Missourians. But that's not the only thing. As you might have seen in the news in the last couple of days, the governor also just recently had a press conference announcing a special session to take place in late July here in Jeff City. The goal of this is to deal with violent crime. Violent crime. Now, anytime this comes up, you know guns is almost always going to be in the mix because these people in the media and in the state capitol always try to blame guns for the actions of the criminal who is holding that firearm. So we were watching this press conference, and you might have seen it as well, and the very first question that Mike Parson received after wrapping up his prepared comments was, would he support legislation to repeal Missouri's constitutional carry law and allow cities to enact their own gun control? The idea being that St. Louis, Kansas City, Springfield, Columbia, all these towns, they hate our constitutional carry freedoms. They want to roll them back. So that was the first question Governor Parson received. Now, if you watch the press conference, you know what he said. He said, now is not the time, I'm paraphrasing, but now is not the time to deal with that. That could be dealt with in the upcoming legislative session or in an upcoming legislative session. I mean, my jaw just dropped. He didn't say, you know what, I'm pro-gun and I'm going to fight like hell to maintain constitutional carry. He could have said that. He didn't say something like, you know, St. Louis has been the murder capital of the country or in the top 2 or 3 spots virtually every year for the last 15 years, long before Missouri enacted constitutional carry law. I will fight like hell to protect constitutional carry. He didn't say that. He could have said something like, you know, the problem with your argument to the reporter is that you believe the gun is the problem. We all know that guns are not the problem. The problem are criminals who do criminal actions. He could have said that. He didn't say that. He could have said, you know, St. Louis has one of the lowest clearance rates of homicides in the entire country. Their police department solves, on average, less than half of the homicides that take place in St. Louis. So maybe they should work on dealing with that, not trying to make it a crime for gun owners to carry a firearm. He could have said that. I can go on for days. He could have said anything to protect our gun rights, to stand up for our Second Amendment. But again, when the pressure mounts from the big liberal cities here in Missouri, Governor Parson always just seems to wilt away. And that's why he said that the time to repeal constitutional carry law is not during a special session, it's later on, perhaps next year. Very, very stupid, troubling, concerning statements from Governor Parson. Again, every time the pressure mounts from our liberal cities, he immediately runs out to try to please them. And that's a very big danger sign to gun owners because our gun rights are under attack like never before. Like never before. All across the state, all across the country, these people want to make it a crime for us to own and carry the firearms that we own and carry every day for self-defense. We need strong people who will fight for our gun rights. Strong people who will defend us, defend our right to defend ourselves. And when it comes to Mike Parson, he will not sign a candidate survey. He expresses public support for red flag gun seizures, public support for overturning our cherished constitutional carry law, and it leaves Missourians wondering what the hell is going on. But not just Missourians are asking this. Everybody has seen the video of the McCloskey couple in St. Louis. This phenomenal couple stood their ground against hundreds, maybe 500 the way it sounds, very violent thugs who have already broken onto their property, destroyed their front gate, and were about to assault this couple. We all know what happened. They pulled their AR-15, she pulled her handgun, and they stared this mob down because the cops could not show up or did not show up to defend them. It's gone super viral across the world. Now, sure, In the last couple of days, the governor announced that he and the president are going to try to step in to protect them from the evil Kim Gardner. But for 2 weeks, the governor allowed the McCloskeys to twist in the breeze. It was disgusting. It was embarrassing. You had people like Tucker Carlson on Fox News just excoriating our governor. Where is he? Why won't he defend this couple? Why won't he defend the rule of law? Governor Parson, where are you? Where are you? That question was asked over and over and over. Now, again, finally, after 2 weeks or so of watching this family be destroyed in the media, had their firearms seized by a subpoena, now he steps up, and that's great. But in many ways, the damage was done. The McCloskey family has been dragged through the mud, destroyed, doxxed, had to go and leave their home, board up their businesses, leave their house because there's no protection given to them. The governor should have called out the state police to surround their house and send a message that violent Antifa thugs will not be able to terrorize honest, law-abiding Missourians. But Mike Parson didn't do that because, again, Mike Parson always is trying to placate leftist gun grabbers. So, some might watch this video and say we're being hard on the governor. Look, these are hard times. Our freedom is under attack. Our gun rights are under attack. These folks want to repeal all of our gun laws, our pro-gun bills. They want to ban our AR-15s. They want to pass red flags. We need men and women who will stand and fight. And sadly, as of this moment, Mike Parson will not do that, and he will not sign a candidate questionnaire. So that's what we have for you guys right now. As always, share our video far and wide. Make sure folks know what's going on. To join MOFC, guys, visit joinmofc.com. Thank you.